Webster. I'll just sign in. And we'll start off.
I don't have a clock.
We'll start off
Sure. My phone?
with the debate.
I never use this stuff.
So I am arguing for this debate. So it is resolved. Is Starbucks pandering to the PC culture with the red cups? Now, let's start off by speaking about, is everyone aware about the controversy about the red cups? Yes? Josh?
Yes.
Jay?
Yes.
Raphael? Are we all?
Why?
What red cups, says Raphael? What are we talking about? Well, Starbucks, every year, since a couple of years ago, 2006, has always adorned their Christmas or holiday cups, or the cups between the end of November and the beginning of January, which is considered the holiday season, the holy day season, with red cups. And they have had snowflakes and winter scenes and wreaths. But now the cups, unfortunately, don't have anything on them. They're just red. And this has incensed some individuals to the point that they've taken to Twitter, they've taken to Facebook, and they have taken umbrage. They are so angry. So, and who are they blaming for this? They are blaming the PC culture. PC stands for politically correct. Now, like Jay, I wasn't too sure what politically correct meant, but I did know it was a pejorative. It was not something that people like either being called, and if they do call someone PC, they're not being nice. That's my phone. That's probably someone at the door, so someone may want to go get that. Now, we all know now, given that I've looked at Wikipedia and that I've looked at Merriam-Webster, what the PC culture is, okay? The PC culture, as Merriam-Webster, is agreeing with the idea that people should be careful to not use language or behave in a way that offends any particular group. That means that you don't use pejorative words when you're referencing Asians or Jews or blacks or Hispanics or Latinos, or as they like to be called. That is using PC. That's being PC. Another way of saying it is the pejorative. Political correctness is a term used as a pejorative to describe language, policies, measures which are intended not to offend or disadvantage any group of people. But of course, when people talk about the PC culture and why they're angry at it is because they think that you've gone too far. Which means that instead of saying that someone's black, you should be able to say they're Negroes, or colored, or if someone is Asian, they can say you're a Jap, or a Chink, or a Gook. And that's okay, because as long as you say that, you're not being politically correct. Now, those are the definitions. Let's get back to Starbucks and the red cups. Now, since I am arguing pro, I'm saying that yes, Starbucks is pandering to the PC culture with their red cups. Now, I've looked up some facts. What are we discussing? Well, we are discussing this season between the end of November and the beginning of January, which we call the holiday season. And I've looked up some things, okay? The Pew Research Center. One thing I know from the research that they've done is that the majority of Americans, when polled, say that they are of the Christian persuasion. Now, there are different ways to say it. You can be evangelical Christian, you can be Protestant, you can be Catholic, you can be Mormon, And the list goes on, and here's the breakdown. So that's 70%, and everybody else sort of falls in here, which means you can be Asian, you can be Jewish, you can be Buddhist, Hindu, you can be atheist, you can believe in the spaghetti monster. That's fine. So you're in that 30%. And I've also found something out. It is the busiest shopping season in the US. It is when Americans go crazy buying stuff. They spend money that they don't have during the season. Now, where did I find this out? Well, of course, there I did, and I went out and I found out what we do. You follow the money. This is what we have. Trillions of dollars, average expense, 83 billion. Our gross percentage of U.S. consumers buying gifts online, 47%. Christmas tree retail, $1.6 billion. All of this during this holiday season. And now, what are you talking about? Talking about it before. Remember when I was talking about those red cups? Now, people are angry because they are saying, as Christians, as the 70% in this country, they are saying, does everybody understand what happens during this season between November and December? Does anybody know what is being celebrated? Anybody? Bueller?
Christmas.
What? Christmas. And what does that mean? What is Christmas?
The birth of Christ.
The birth of Christ. Okay, so that's what we've got, the birth of Christ. We have the birth of the Messiah. And we have people who are saying, you know what? You must let other people know. It is important to us as Christians that everybody know that this is our season. This is what we do. This is what we celebrate. And Starbucks has, for the holidays, had themes. You see the little bells, hope, wish, red, sliding, snowmen, snowflakes, ribbons, and now they just have a red cup. They're pandering to all those other 30% who really have nothing to do with our holiday. All the Buddhists, all the Hindus, the Jews, the spaghetti monster people, they have nothing to do about this. Why is Starbucks just has a red cup? Really to be truthful, they should have a crucifix on it. They should have a man nailed to a cross, slowly dying, because that is what this holiday is about. And all we get is this red cup. And we're spending billions and billions of dollars, and they're not doing anything about it. So they're pandering. Now, this is what I believe. This is my belief. That they're pandering to the PC culture, and they shouldn't. They should have, for the holiday season, what Christmas really means. It means Christ. It means wonderful things. Now, if they wanted to do this and they did this correctly, they would also pander to everybody else. I don't mind that they do the Chinese New Year, or they do Diwali, or they do Hanukkah, or they celebrate even that, we all have the right to marry who we want with gay marriage. Let's see, we have snowflakes for those with the spaghetti monster, and we have people who are atheists but who do believe in joy. They can have their own cup. But instead of preventing us, the 70%, from celebrating our holiday, they're destroying it. And in reality, they've stopped themselves from really realizing what this holiday is all about. Really, what is really the American holiday? Money. Sales. They're preventing themselves. I say don't pander to the PC culture. Don't make it bland. Don't make it, white, just plain for everybody else. And they are pandering, mind you, regardless of all the craziness that you have heard me talk about. They are pandering. What they really should do is they should focus on the holiday. And then that way they could focus on every other holiday. They could have hearts for Valentine's Day. They could have green cups for St. Patrick's Day. They could have stars and banners for the 4th of July. I mean, they could just do it all. Because really, 70% of us are Christian, 30% of us are not, 100% of us are capitalists. Because we're here. And that really is our #1 religion. Debate master.